Guys, we have seen a lot of sneaker YouTube channels that have come about and really have become popular over the 2020 kind of COVID period. And what we saw a lot of is these kind of buying, selling, real life, sneaker stores where people would record their interactions all the time. And you would just see some pretty cool clips. Like people would come in, they would buy a few shoes, and it was just that interesting, transaction that would happen. And we'd seen a lot of this before on like TV, but it was just really becoming popular on YouTube. And slowly what we've been seeing over and over again is these kind of YouTubers or influencers, as they call them, that come into the sneaker community and really just boast about how much money they have, how this is such a profitable thing, and then just ending up scamming so many people. So I want to talk about one in particular. I know this has caught a lot of attention in the past, but this is Sneaker Tech. And the reason why I want to talk about it was I was an avid watcher of this channel, and I want to talk about what happened and just kind of my perspective on it, and just why sneaker channels like this have made such a distrust for people in the community. So let's jump into it. One time I used to watch Sneaker Tech. I used to watch it a lot, actually. Now when I think about it, I would come home, I would look for a new video, and if you guys do not know what Sneaker Tech is, or Hank the Tank as his name was called, it was a sneaker channel where essentially people would come into a store, they would buy, they would sell, they would trade, and you would just get to see those interactions as they played on. It was kind of an interesting video because what would happen is you just didn't know who was going to come in. I think that's why these sneaker channels have kind of blown up, is you don't know, what someone would bring in, what type of shoe they would bring in, the price that they were willing to pay. But anyways, Sneaker Tech was with this guy named Hank and also this guy named Henry 2.0. And these two guys, would post pretty frequently, and they really started to gain traction. People felt like they could come and see no BS, just people coming and buying and selling. And I really loved the channel, and it was awesome. These guys ran a store out of a mall, and people just come in. You could really see the growth of the business. Now, again, with a lot of these sneaker channels, everything seems really, really good from the outside, from like a viewer's perspective like us. But once you actually figured out what was going on behind the scenes, that's when things got, pretty bad. I, at first, kind of had some weird hesitation, and I don't even want to say hesitation, but I kind of had a weird feeling that something was going on behind the scenes. Hank the Tank, as you called him, was in a lot of videos with Cam's Kicks, which, if you guys know Cam's Kicks, the life of Cam's Kicks. He's had a pretty rough journey on YouTube. He's still making videos, but Hank the Tank was essentially working at Cam's Kicks store in York, and he came in and he was in a few videos where he was acting like he was like a security guard, and then ended up getting his own store. So to me, it kind of felt like, okay, this random guy comes in, pretends to be a security guard, then opens up his own store, copies the same model as what Cam used to do. So essentially ripped off his whole like kind of YouTube idea of buy, sell, trade, and made it into his own. And I think what I kind of realized is you don't really need to be someone who is like a legitimate sneaker head, or just, you could be anyone who has money, invests in sneakers, buys low, and then sells high. And it doesn't really matter what type of person you are. And I think that's something that I forgot about. And sometimes I think about when I watch YouTube, is like, these people may be acting like they're good people on camera, but we really don't know what they're actually like behind the camera. And so I had a friend that actually went to Hank the Tank's store, Sneaker Tech, and had a very different interaction as opposed to like what you would see on YouTube. I mean, Hank the Tank would always be like, guys, and he would stand like this. I don't know if you guys remember. Guys, yep, always rubbing his belly, probably from all the food he was eating, whatever. But he would always act like he really cared about his subscribers. And my friend who went into the store went in, and Hank the Tank just really didn't care that he was even there. Like, kind of just acted like, it was just some random person who just walked in. My friend told him, he was a big fan of the channel, and he was like, okay, nice, like, that's good. you gonna buy a shoe or not? And essentially just like really treated him like shit. And so that's when I kind of felt like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be watching this guy, especially if he treats someone like that. And then we had the bombshell. Well, before that, they stopped uploading videos. It was kind of weird. Like all of a sudden, a few months, and they were just not uploading, and everyone was like, "What the hell happened? Like, is the store closed?" And you could only assume that something happened. And then Henry 2.0 posted a video talking about how pretty much Hank the Tank is sick, but we didn't really know what was going on. And then he ends up, owing people thousands of dollars, stealing their money, sending them just horrible mystery boxes that are just awful, just atrocious. And then you have, Henry 2.0 who's saying he's innocent, and right now he has his own channel and people, but the whole point of this is just the mistrust and like the deceit that comes with it. And it's really difficult to watch a sneaker YouTuber these days just because you don't know if they're actually like legitimate, if they actually care. They profit off people watching their videos and buying their shoes on there because you think you trust them, but a lot of them are just scamming. So it's really difficult to like watch them these days. And this is coming from a guy who really loves sneakers. Like I used to watch people like Fran Relations. Shout out if you know Fran Relations, comment down below. This guy was like an OG with Nike SBs and Jordans. But I used to watch that, and I love watching people like unbox sneakers, buy, sell, trade. I love all that, but it's really difficult to watch when people are kind of BSing their way into the community, and it's really upsetting. I just don't like how you have these kind of influencers, and I hate that word. I hate that word influencers, but these influencers that come into the sneaker community and essentially just ruin it. And I feel like it's given everyone like a bad rep. I have a buddy who doesn't even watch any sneaker channel, and he's like, "Oh, I heard, there's these people who buy, sell, and trade sneakers, and like it's really hard to trust them." Like, there you go. It's just unfortunate. So I really hope we can have more legitimate sneaker YouTube channels and have people that are actually not going to lie and like BS their way around everything. So it's really upsetting, and I don't know what is going to happen with Hank the Tank. All I heard is that he owes people a ton of money. He is definitely in debt. People said he lied about being, ill or in the hospital. People tried looking for him. I mean, it's crazy. It feels like a reality TV show, but just an interesting story. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think of that whole situation? What do you think? Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? I don't even know. And to be honest, it's just crazy. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. And if you like this video and if you'd want to see more content about me and my opinions. So anyways, take care. Bye.